The sad part is, when it's all over, it's like we have to watch her walk off into the sunset and say goodbye again. And Bill Burkheimer, Rachel Burkheimer's father. Welcome to Grimland.
What happened with the raccoons?
What do you mean the raccoons?
You sent me a text that was meant for Dave, and you were like, "There's raccoons in our shed."
I saw a raccoon waddle underneath the shed, and I've been suspicious of raccoons under the shed because every time I let Reggie out, he sort of looks sideways at the shed, and sometimes I see him sniffing around it, but he doesn't go under, and then he moves on with his life. But I saw one waddle under. I've also noticed that I feel like every time I look at it, it looks like it's jankier and jankier over there. And it's because someone's fat body is being wedged in and out of the holes and like ripping pieces off of it. So it's like, it looks jagged and janky. And I'm like, am I crazy? Because my husband likes to gaslight me occasionally because we look 100-year-old house, right? So I'll look at like, and when we bought it, it had been freshly painted. So now it's a year later and the paint is sort of, the house continues. I know that people say the house settles.
Yeah.
I'm sure that after 100 years, it shouldn't be settling anymore. It probably means something else. But like the cracks, I think are new. I'm like, that wasn't there when we moved in.
Right.
Yes, it was. And he's totally full of it. Probably just trying to make me feel like the house isn't falling down around me. So like I'm gaslighting myself, seeing this shed, be like, it looked worse today than it did like
what
a week
looks
ago.
worse, like the stuff on the bottom?
Yeah, there's plywood, and so they come in and out, and I think they rip it, catches on their fur or something as they're like coming in and or out.
Yeah,
and little pieces break off, and it just looks more like I'll take a picture for you.
You should take pictures just to like document.
Yes,
like,
I should.
I'm telling you, this shit is happening.
Well, I saw the giant rodent go in there, so
I don't think raccoons are rodents.
They're not?
I don't think so.
Marsupial?
No.
Well,
our marsupial, or only marsupial in Pacific Northwest / America, is the possum. I think.
I'm like,
I said that and I was like, ooh, is that correct?
I feel like sure.
I think it's the only native marsupial we
they climb trees.
I think they have a little pouch.
Oh, is that what makes a marsupial? I thought monkeys are marsupials. You're not?
I don't think so.
It's been a really long time since I've A, been to a zoo, or
B, took a biology class.
I guess I'd rather have raccoons than
you can be like
a possum.
Linda, like from Bob's Burgers.
I know.
With their fucking alley raccoons.
King Trash Mouth.
Yeah. Little King Trash Mouth?
Is it Little King Trash Mouth?
I thought it was Little Trash Mouth. There's multiple.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah. I mean, it's cute in real life because I'm scared that they're going to hurt the cat.
Your backyard chronicles have continued.
Yes.
You need to put a fence up.
Yeah, so I meant to text Dave, but I texted you the panic anger, which was funny. And you know what I did?
It is really funny. I laughed.
I didn't bother to like text him when I texted you. I just took a screenshot of our conversation and sent it to him. And then he was like really confused.
It's even better.
It's all there.
Just no context. Here you go.
Yeah.
I also had a bit of a vermin standoff recently. So I was over at apartment over here, 36,
Sure.
I live on the 3rd floor, right? I saw this little thing kind of dodging around over at their Christmas decorations. And
Okay.
what the fuck is that? And I like pulled back their outdoor storage. It was a rat.
A rat.
A fucking rat. I felt so bad because I was like, oh god, ew, ew, ew. And Coleman was like, I don't fucking know what to do. And then this rat just yeeted itself off of the stairs.
Oh god.
And like somersaulted down in the air, like head over tail.
Like over the stairs or on
like down the stairs.
Oh, down the stairs.
But like, I mean, it probably didn't feel good.
Listen, it's probably also totally fine.
Yeah.
The yeet is the exact way you should describe what I imagine you saw. And did you hope it was a kitten though? Is that why you looked?
Oh god, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, you thought it might be a rat.
I was just like, what is it? I can't not look. I'm that person, I guess.
I'd be like, is it a kitten? And I would have looked and I
Yeah, I mean, I would love a cat distribution system.
Yes.
Cat, but it was not a kitten.
Damn.
It was a fucking rat.
Found a Christmas rat.
Found a Christmas rat.
This man.
Like, almost killed itself getting away from me, specifically, which is a metaphor for my life. This is Grimly.
Grimly.
The mixtape of
Yes.
horrors that occur in the world.
What are we talking about?
Okay. So today, finally getting into a murder case.
Okay.
It's a rough one.
Okay.
So trigger warning for everybody. It is a murder of a young girl.
Okay.
There's some domestic violence in there. There's some pretty grisly details. So if this is not your cup of tea, that is okay. We will talk to you next week. I will definitely do something a little bit lighter next week.
Okay.
But this is kind of our hometown murder.
Oh, okay.
I knew a little bit about this case, but I did not know the entire story.
Oh, what's the case?
It's a Rachel Burkheimer.
Is that the reader
Yes.
hit?
Yes.
Okay, because I think I know about it. I was telling my husband about this, I don't know, probably 6-8 months ago.
Okay. Because Dave and I talked about it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And he was like, I don't know, didn't believe my word I said. And then
Really?
I looked it up just enough to be like, this was the lore.
This is a thing, yeah.
And this is a thing. So I'd love to hear what you got for us.
Yeah. Okay, so 2002, Rachel was 18 years old. So really only a couple years older than us.
Yeah, what? Oh, she was 18, so she would have been a senior?
A senior.
Or had just graduated?
Yeah.
Okay, and we were 2006 was our graduating
So
year.
we were freshmen.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would have basically gone to high school together with her.
Sure.
She lived in the Tulalip Indian Reservation.
Okay.
I think there's a bunch of suburbs over there that are not just tribal specific.
Yeah.
And she went to Marysville Pilchuck High School.
Oh, okay.
So not our high school, not even close.
But this is related to the Linwood.
Linwood, Everett, no.
Oh, okay. Linwood, okay.
Yeah.
Not Linwood High School at all.
There wasn't any mention of Linwood High School in my
Okay.
research.
Okay.
What did you
I
find?
think that's what I always heard.
Oh, okay.
Was that she'd maybe gone to school there, or like some of the people involved had gone to school there.
Oh, okay. No, she went to Marysville Pilchuck High School.
Okay.
She was only 4'11",
Oh, tiny.
like very tiny.
Yeah.
She was blonde, had really, really bright blue eyes. I'll show you a couple pictures of her later, but she had the craziest bluest eyes. I was like, really, I'm like just kind of shocked.
Oh, wow.
Big bright smile, was kind of described as a spitfire, which usually I feel like girls that are 4'11" are just kind of spicy tiny little packages, which I always really appreciate.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's like a defense mechanism for girls that height, but yeah, she was definitely described as a spitfire, like creative, theatrical, like more of a go-getter.
Oh, she sounds lovely.
Yeah, definitely light up a room type of description girl.
Yeah.
That we always hear about.
Spend time with.
Yeah, she had like a big group of friends. It was funny. Her dad kind of referred to himself as her answering machine.
Okay.
Because just like she always got phone calls at home, he was just like always.
I take down the note.
Yeah, like let me just take down another number for you, Rachel. Bright girl, bright young future until 2001, when she lost one of her best friends in a major car accident.
Oh no.
Yeah, his name was Corey, and they really loved each other. They were kind of like a brother sister relationship. It wasn't like romantic; it was platonic.
Oh.
But just like two peas in a pod type of situation. So after Corey died, in the next year, she lost 6 other friends.
What?
Yeah. It was all random, like a suicide, an accidental gun.
Oh my god.
Car accidents, a drowning, just insane amount of friends in a year.
Oh my god.
Like, I can't imagine losing 6 friends now as an adult.
No.
And when you're that age, your friendships are just, I mean, I think your friends, when you're in that age range, they're so important to you. Like your friendships are just so fundamental as you're growing up and you're kind of making who you are as a person, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Traumatizing.
So
It's 2001.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was like early 2001, just like kind of the span of the year. So then when she was 18 in 2002, her father kind of described it that she just kind of lost the light that she had.
Yeah.
And, you know, like kind of had some really deep depression from that, which I mean, is pretty understandable.
Yeah.
I can't imagine losing that many people now in a year.
Yeah. No.
Just a huge blow to her. And, you know, her parents tried to take her to a therapist to like kind of, you know, talk about her feelings and just try to like get through it, but she was still having a tough time. She ended up dropping out of high school and she quit her job as like she worked at a restaurant.
Okay.
I don't know if it was specifically like a server or like maybe a hostess type of situation, but she dropped out of high school, quit her job. It was just kind of like hit like a really low point in her life.
Whoa.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so senior year. Dropping out your senior year
Is intense.
and quitting your job?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Got a lot of time on our hands now.
Yeah. And, you know, I always think about, well, so after that, Rachel kind of started hanging out with like a shadier group of people and she started getting a little bit more into drugs.
Sure. That explains some of the lack of motivation.
Right. And she was always described like growing up as a very motivated person. You know, her family described her as a person who would like have a to-do list every week.
Okay.
Like she'd write down her goals for the week on like her mirror in her room.
Wow, very organized.
Very organized, very determined young girl, but just like this big blow she had in 1 year just really affected her life.
Sure.
And I always think now when I hear people talk about like, people who are dealing with addiction, it's like, well, these people are just lazy, you know, like they just don't want to try, and they just are like drains in society. No, these are people who are like truly, really hurting.
Yeah.
And like reading about the story, it always reminds me of that.
Yeah.
You know, it is an epidemic right now, especially in like Seattle area.
Yes.
But like just having some empathy for these people, I think really does go a long way. You know, just having some empathy for humans.
Yeah. Some compassion.
Some compassion. Yeah.
When you mentioned the 6 friends that she lost in a year, like I know people that we went to school with who passed, and opioids were a big problem.
Yeah.
Then even.
Yeah.
And like, you know, in the few years after high school. So there would definitely been people using and abusing opioids specifically during that time.
Right. And it just, you know, these are just people who just don't have access to help, really. Yeah. Is a big part of it too, unfortunately. And yeah, it's usually like young kids who have experienced some sort of trauma and don't know how to manage it.
Yeah.
You know, being in high school is already hard enough.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah. It's like a crazy time in your life trying to figure out, like, there's a lot of pressure on young people.
Yeah.
To figure out what you want to do with your life and take on enormous loans and start it right now.
Yeah.
At 18.
Right? It's just, it's insane. It is
insane.
Kind of insane.
All right. So Rachel is in with the bad crowd. Right?
Yeah. Rachel starts kind of getting in with a bad crowd and she meets this boy who is named John Anderson. He goes by the nickname Diggy, which I'm not going to call him Diggy because it's stupid. Okay. So he's part of this quasi gang that's starting to happen in Everett. And they call themselves the Northwest Mafia.
Oh.
Which is some Michael Scott bullshit.
God, I know, but like, I live in Everett. Everett has always had a reputation.
Like a shadier side.
Yeah, Everett is the place if you think you want to be a gangster. In the early 2000s, even you live in the north end.
Yeah, you're not Seattle. Yeah.
This might be the place for you.
And I mean, that's kind of what it was. It was like a bunch of like 17, 16, 18-year-olds, like teenagers, like dumb fucking kids.
We were talking about this earlier, how scary it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, teenagers to just be into bad kid shit.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It is scary. Yeah. But yeah, they refer themselves to the Northwest Mafia, which is
it. DD in the Northwest Mafia.
it's so stupid.
What's his middle name? Do we know?
No.
Where did he come from?
I don't know. I'm imagining he took it from Diddy, as in P. Diddy.
Maybe. I don't know. What did I say?
It's so similar, and like, it's too similar to not like copy. So John was controlling and abusive, super jealous. At some point when they started dating, he was incarcerated.
Okay.
And her dad found out that they were dating because he had a $640 phone bill.
She was on the phone.
She was on the phone with Shelton Correctional Facility in Shelton, Washington.
Damn.
So she was like calling him constantly.
Okay.
And they had like a very intense relationship for someone. I mean, even if you're not that young, but like especially if someone that young.
Yeah.
So he was a very jealous, very controlling type of person. There's been reports that he would like smell her hair and her clothes every time they hung out to make sure that she wasn't hanging out with anybody else.
Okay.
Just weirdly manipulative and gaslighty and creepy.
Sounds creepy.
Yeah. Kind of the classic abuser. And then her sister started to notice that she had bruises on her. So that it also became a little bit of a abusive relationship in that sense too.
Okay.
So Rachel was deep in it with him for a while. And then after kind of a short stint within the relationship, she decided that this is not a person she wants to be with, which is pretty commendable for someone that young.
Sure.
You know, because I think when you're that age, like love is so intense.
Yeah.
And it just seems like takes up your entire life and like there's nothing else that matters.
Yeah.
And so I really do commend her for just being like, this isn't okay.
Okay. So she's gonna try to leave it?
Yes.
Or she has left him?
She did leave him. They broke up. There was like a bit of a back and forth, which
is normal.
Which is normal. I mean,
it's normal for any kind of relationship or a youthful relationship. It's especially normal for a domestic violence dynamic. And they say that like when the victim is trying to leave a relationship of domestic violence is when the danger spikes.
Yeah.
More dangerous.
Yeah, it's more dangerous
from it.
Yeah, which is
the abuser's lost control of you.
Exactly, which is horrific.
Okay, so we're worried.
Yeah,
Rachel.
So we're worried. Her family's worried. Her sister, also named Megan, was very worried about her. And I guess they like had like a really long conversation one night, and she was just, "This is not the life I want. This is not the person I want to be with." She definitely was starting to foster a change in her life, and she kind of was building herself back up from that deep depression of losing all of her friends. And then that's kind of when she started becoming friends with another Northwest Mafia.
Okay.
I can't fucking say it without laughing because it's so stupid.
Okay, but these are guys that are in her orbit.
Yes.
Okay.
She became friends with another Northwest Mafia gang member, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
His name was Maurice Rivius.
Okay.
And they kind of fostered a friendship very similar to the friendship she kind of had with her friend Corey, who had passed away.
Okay.
Very close. Maurice also had a really intense upbringing, it sounds like. Was in the foster care system. His closest relative was a grandmother who didn't raise him.
Wow.
And so I kind of had like a rough childhood, a rough upbringing, which is usually kind of what we see with people who end up joining gangs, right?
Sure.
It's people who have had some sort of abuse in their past or like just had a rough childhood. So he also joined this gang, met Rachel, and they kind of both decided that they wanted to get out of this group.
Okay.
And they wanted to go back to high school. They wanted to get jobs. They wanted to get their diplomas. They just like kind of wanted to get back into a quote unquote contributing member of society.
Okay.
Right. Unfortunately, that's not what happened.
Oh.
Yeah. I will say that this is probably where it starts to get a little more intense. So just trigger warning for people. So during this friendship that she forged with Maurice, John, obviously still around, he's very jealous of this, and he starts telling other gang members that Rachel's going around and giving out gang secrets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which, to give you context of this gang, they didn't do anything. They were like petty crimes. They would like steal drugs from other people, sell some of them, do most of them, and play like video games.
Yeah.
So I know what gang secrets could be passed around besides like maybe a fucking cheat code to a Grand Theft Auto, but gangs are weird. Gangs are just like a whole realm of like, I don't understand your commitment to it.
Yeah.
It's a cult almost. It's almost like cult-like.
Sure.
So John started doing this. He started kind of...
He's trying to turn people against her?
He's trying to turn people against her. He's trying to put her in a bad light. You know, because she was like this bright, sunny, friendly girl. And everyone kind of liked to hang out with her.
Yeah.
And she just was fun. And she was 18 and wanted to have a good time. Yeah. And beautiful.
So.
John kind of plants this seed of passing around.
So toxic.
It's so toxic. He really is the villain of the story, honestly. Okay. So September 2002, Rachel was at a party with some of these Northwest Mafia members in Everett. They're in like a duplex.
Okay.
They were like smoking pot, like eating pizza, playing video games. Very like standard house party, early 2000s.
Is she still 18?
She's 18 at this point. Yeah,
murdered.
Yeah, 18 at this point. Maurice was there, and she went to this party with Maurice being there, like knowing that she'd probably be safe, and like also with the hope that she could kind of smooth things over, because she knew that John was kind of spreading these rumors about her.
Okay.
And so she wanted to still like remain friends with these people, and she wanted to smooth things over and be like, hey, this isn't true. I'm not that type of person, for whatever reason.
Yeah, clear her name.
You know, and not like having a bad taste in anybody's mouths about her specifically, which I wish she would just like been like, fuck you all, I'm leaving, but
sure,
unfortunately that's not how it goes. So they're all hanging out at this house party, having a good time, just playing video games, laughing, enjoying themselves. John comes in to the house and he sees that everyone's having a good time.
Okay.
And he is pissed
because she's there having a good time.
Because she's there having a good time, everyone else is having a good time. And
it didn't work.
Yes, definitely. It didn't work. He was trying to plant these seeds of everyone hated her. But, I mean, Rachel was the person that everyone wanted to hang out with.
Okay.
So John didn't like this. And he kind of goes around the group and kind of slaps some people around and starts yelling at them. And kind of gets in everyone's face and, like, definitely, I mean, brings down the vibe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and during this moment, Rachel tries to leave.
Okay.
Tressa gets up. She's like,
smart.
Nope, not doing this. John grabs her by the hair, throws her on the ground, and starts kicking her.
Oh my god.
The rest of the gang joins in.
They start kicking her too?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
What is his position in this gang?
I mean, it kind of sounded like he was like a quasi-leader. It was like still just a very early infancy type of gang.
I'm horrified.
Yeah. I mean, It sounded like he had a lot of control and manipulation over a lot of people.
Yeah.
Specifically. And you'll see that a little bit more of that in a minute. So they throw her to the ground. They start kicking her. And there was a point where one of the other gang members tells somebody else to turn up the stereo to muffle out Rachel's screams.
Yeah.
Because they're in a duplex.
Yeah. I can imagine.
After they beat up Rachel for a minute, they pick her up, they tie her up, they gag her, and they duct tape her mouth. And they put her...
escalated so
quickly. It was like drop of a hat.
Oh my god.
From one moment, just enjoying themselves, like being teenagers.
It's disturbing.
Like goofing around, to just this.
Okay.
So they tie Rachel up, duct tape her mouth, put her in the garage. And they go back inside because they're trying to decide what to do with her next.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so her friend Maurice is there. Go on.
Maurice fails us.
What?
Yeah, you'll see. So then they like went back in the living room. They just started smoking weed. They were playing video games or pizzas.
Okay.
And just like hanging out and kind of deciding what they want to do next, and also partying at
like
the
an
same time.
afterthought.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just like this poor girl in the garage. Yeah, type of mentality.
Evil.
I know this is also a trigger warning. They debated on whether or not they wanted to gang rape her.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There was also talks of just putting her in a hotel for a couple days and letting her heal up. So it really was both ends of the spectrum.
Oh god, to be like a fly on the wall in that room.
And like they're teenagers, they're idiots.
I know. I'm just like, and were there women in the room or only men?
We're gonna get to that.
Ah! Oh my god, horrified.
So while Rachel was in the garage on the ground, like bound, gagged,
scared,
horrified, scared, the owner of the home Trissa Connor comes home. She was studying at Everett Community College.
Okay.
She had like a night class. She comes home, opens the garage, and finds Rachel beaten on the ground.
Okay.
Trissa
Okay.
comes home. She finds Rachel on the floor. She goes to the kitchen. Is going to grab a knife to cut Rachel free, cut
Okay.
her bonds, essentially. John basically intercepts and yells at her and is like, no, you can't do this. This is not your business. You need to leave.
I'm sorry. Is this Trissa's house?
This is Trissa's house. And her
Okay.
boyfriend is one of the gang members.
Oh, okay.
But like this part of the story pisses me off so badly. Because there was a moment
Where it could have ended.
where it could have ended. Like
Yeah.
she could have opened that garage, saw this girl on the floor,
Yeah.
and then backed out of that garage, went to a neighbor's, went to a grocery store, went to a gas station, called 911.
Sure. I guess given the context of the people that she's hanging around with, maybe she would know what was the right decision.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it sounded like they were just kind of stupid kids though at this point. You know, it wasn't, they were stealing drugs.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't the Northwest Mafia, quote unquote. You
Right.
know, they're not in organized crime. There isn't.
So cringe. I'm cringing.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of it's so cringe. You know, and just like I try not to judge people, but I judge her harshly. I'm not gonna lie. Because there was that moment. Like, clearly she knew that she should have done something because she went to the kitchen to grab a knife to cut her free. And instead of going into that house where all these people were who had done this crime to a woman, she could have left and she could have called somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, hindsight.
Hindsight is a bitch, don't get me wrong, but
Okay.
I don't know. There's just so many moments like this where someone could have done something and they just actively choose not
I'm
to.
judging Trissa less harshly than the group of people in the house that contributed.
Okay, fair. I mean, I'm not saying that like they are also not being judged, but it just, as a woman, I feel more inclined to.
Maybe she was scared.
She probably was, but like, why go in the house?
I don't know.
Like, why not?
I don't know. She
leave.
What's happening in there? Gone.
Anyways, so John intervenes, tells her she can't do that.
Okay.
Basically, like gets in her face, and I think
Scares her.
probably threatens her.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because he is a very dangerous human being.
Clearly.
So Trissa is getting ready to leave the house, and they see John and a couple other people put Rachel in the duffel bag
Oh.
because she's tiny. She's 4'11".
Okay.
So they put her in a duffel bag.
It's just getting worse by the minute.
It is getting
Oh my
worse.
God,
Like the
okay.
claustrophobia
Uh-huh.
of just being in a duffel bag.
Because just nothing good is happening now.
Yeah.
They put her in a duffel bag.
Yeah.
The hotel option is not happening.
A hotel option isn't happening. That's definitely not a thing. So they put her in a duffel bag. They put her in the back of another man named John's red Jeep.
Okay.
And that's when they decide to drive her to Reeder Road.
The Jeep thing is standing out to me because what people don't. Well, are you going to talk about Reeder Pit at all?
I mean,
Is that where they dumped? That's where they dumped her,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
So I feel like there's some context here. So like that area
Mm-hmm.
is known for like a 4x4 like mecca.
ATVs,
Yes.
dirt bikes, off like those kind of Jeeps that like you only drive off road.
Yes, so it's a little like, mountain road up in the Cascades.
Yes. They call this the Cascade Foothills.
Okay.
In a lot of the articles.
Yeah. And it's probably like 30 minutes away from where like my parents' house was growing up. Maybe
Mhm.
like another 20 from yours. Like it was
Yeah. Yeah.
very close. And like we grew up knowing that that's where kids went to party.
Party there.
Weekends. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like a well-known spot for people in high school and like
Yeah.
post high school. And if
Yeah.
you grew up and went to high school in the area, then you definitely knew about this spot.
About Reeder Pit.
So like them putting her in a Jeep, yes, that tracks for the area.
It tracks for the area, unfortunately.
So that person, that they must have been familiar with that as like a moderately remote area
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah. So yeah, that's when John, Maurice, and two other men drive Rachel with a duffel bag into the Cascade Foothills, aka Reeder Road, Reeder Pit area. Which is funny because, side note, Every picture of Cascade Foothills I found in these articles shows Mount Rainier.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mount Rainier is like 2.5 hours, 3 hours from this area. South of that. They're driving from Everett.
I did not have nearly this much detail.
To Gold Bar, which is where Reader Road is, and which is where we grew up. And so John and 2 other men grab shovels and begin digging a grave up in Reader Pit on Reader Road.
Oh my god.
And Maurice is told to stand with the duffel bag with Rachel and basically keep watch. And he does that.
Oh, so sick.
And then she's conscious the whole time.
Oh my god.
In the duffel bag, just like she knows what's happening. I'm sure.
And that makes me sick.
Okay. Yeah, it's just awful. All of it. It's just fucking awful. At some point, John leaves with the Jeep to go get some more supplies. I don't know what supplies he was getting, but essentially Maurice and Rachel and the 2 other people are left alone.
Okay. So we have another opportunity.
We have another opportunity.
If they take the Jeep and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everyone went up there in the Jeep, so maybe they don't have like a mechanism. They're just standing there with her.
They're just waiting there with her. Yeah.
But there's other people out there. Do we know what day of the week this was?
It just says September 2022. No, not 2022. 2002.
Oh, so we don't know the day.
No.
But like, it's not like it's like a no man's land.
It's also a forest. You can go hide.
Yeah, that's true.
There's plenty of places to run and hide to.
Yeah.
So Rachel starts to plead with Maurice.
They could have just unzipped her and let her run and like just.
Unless she got away.
I know.
So many moments. Yeah. So she begins to plead with Maurice. She's like, you have to save me. You're my best friend. Just, someone who she like felt incredibly safe and close with. Unfortunately, Maurice does not do that. He, for whatever reason, listens to John's orders and won't let her go, essentially, in this moment.
And they all know what's going to happen.
Well, he claims that he didn't think it was going to get this far. He didn't think that it was going
far.
Yeah, they're already digging a grave in the middle of fucking nowhere.
And they think we're just going to scare her.
Yeah, I think that's kind of.
Doesn't really have it in him to.
Yeah, he thinks that like that's what's happening. Essentially, is they're just kind of trying to scare her.
This reminds me of that movie Alpha Dogs. Have you seen that?
Maybe.
With Justin Timberlake.
Ooh, it sounds really familiar. Yeah, it's just it's one of those scenarios where everyone just know this isn't going to go any further than this.
Yeah,
it feels
okay.
But clearly, this John guy has no end to like the things he was willing to do and the rage he seems to have.
Yeah.
There was one point that's really sad too, where Rachel was essentially begging Maurice not to let her drown. She was like, I know I'm gonna die, but please don't drown me.
Whoa.
Which is so tragic.
Oh my god.
Like that, like
she's like, I don't know what they're gonna do to me, but
please don't
let me do that because there's a river.
There's a river right there. Yeah. It's cold and
very,
very scary.
Like
that river.
She thought they were just gonna throw her and the duffel bag.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So she pleaded with Maurice about that too. And so when John comes back from whatever supplies he was getting, he hears Rachel basically pleading with Maurice, like, please don't kill me, like, please don't hurt me. I just want to go home, probably. It was a lot of it. John hits the duffel bag really hard with the shovel.
Oh my god.
And then they continue to dig this grave for Rachel.
Ugh.
Like I said, this is a rough one. So they pull Rachel out of the duffel bag and they try to strip her down. And in an act of defiance, she's like, fuck you, I'm gonna get myself undressed. Okay. I think because they just don't want the identifying clothing.
Okay.
Is kind of what it seems like. But she was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it myself.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Horrifying.
It's horrifying. She's a baby. She's
just like so aware of everything that's happening.
Yeah, she clearly can see the writing on the wall. And then they also start to take her jewelry.
Oh my god.
Because, it's another identifying factor, right? And she had a ring that her friend Corey had given her. And she begged John to let her keep it. And he said no. And took it off of her. And they were going to carry her to her grave. And she's like, no, I'm going to walk to my grave.
Holy shit.
Yeah, in like a fuck you, defiant act.
Okay.
And John tells her to get on her knees, where she gets on her knees and she starts praying. And I guess John's last words to her were, "You're going to be with Corey soon."
Oh my god.
And then
How do you know all this? I've got so many questions. Go on.
Tell me what was the question.
Like, who's telling this retelling this?
They 100% turn on each other as soon as like there's any sort of pressure.
Okay.
So that's how we know all this.
Okay, go on.
Because they're pieces of shit.
Cowards.
All
Through
of them.
and through. Okay.
Absolutely. So John takes a gun.
He shoots her? Maybe that's what he went for.
Yeah. He essentially unloads an entire clip.
Whoa.
Yeah. And kills her.
Okay.
And then proceeds to tell everybody, including Maurice, to bury the grave. And Maurice does it. Maurice is completely compliant.
Whoa.
Yeah. There was a moment where I said that like he was just like kind of sitting in the Jeep during this, but John was, "No, you have to go out and see this."
Oh my god.
And Maurice is like, "Okay."
Yeah, you better.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, you're in it.
Yeah. You're in it. You're here. Like, you let this happen. Like, it's another one of those factors. Like, same thing with Trissa. It's just like, you had an opportunity
To stop
this, to do the right thing, to be. And I try not to. I mean, Maurice is a little more. I don't know if understandable is the right word. It's not the right word. Because clearly they were already out in the middle of nowhere, and he was probably a little scared too.
Sure.
Because he's also a teenager, but at this point, you have to see the writing on the wall and know that like your best friend is about to die if you don't do something.
He was not a friend to her, obviously.
No, yeah, his quote unquote best friends or someone that he was very close to.
I'm like, I wonder if he like had a crush on her, and
Was
like friend, you know, like those
Jilted.
guys that are friends, but like only because they really want something else.
yeah,
And like, how genuine was this friendship?
right.
I don't know.
I mean, it's also that factor. It's probably easier just to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, he gets no sympathy from me.
No, yeah. It's
Trash.
honestly, beside him and John are just like the real villains of the story.
Yeah, like that's the betrayal.
Yeah. Because like John was also supposed to be her boyfriend,
Wow.
who was clearly probably has some really intense. Yeah, but like he was like when they were in a relationship, he was telling her, "I would kill for you. I hope you know how much I love you." You know, it was that really intense relationship. You know, it's all fucking gross.
It's horrible. Okay, I'm with you.
So these essential fucking losers, they bury Rachel, they leave her up at Reader Pit, and they leave. And they make a pact with all of them who had been part of this crime to not speak of this, and this is our secret, essentially.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So the next day, her family's obviously like very worried. She's missing.
She lives at home.
She lived at home still.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, she was very close to her family too.
She was missing
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, nearly immediately. And so they called the police. They started this huge search. They put up missing posters in Snohomish and King County. They even went as far as the airport and put missing posters in the airport and
Wow.
like just tried to see if they could figure out where the hell she went. So the police were getting a bunch of tips
Oh, really?
at this point too.
Oh. Yeah, because a whole room full of people saw at least the first portion of this.
And probably participated in it.
yeah.
And they're like they're little fucking boys. They're 17, 18 years old. One of the members' mothers tipped off police because her son, his name is Matt Durham, essentially told her what happened.
Okay.
Maybe he didn't tell her what happened specifically, but he told her that that red Jeep was involved.
Oh.
So Matt Durham essentially tells his mom that the Jeep was involved. His mother tips off the police and lets them know that the Jeep is involved in this crime. So police get this tip. They grab Matt Durham and take him in, put some pressure on him. He is quickly folds.
Okay.
And basically
Yeah, I
tells
mean, he
them.
was ready to talk to his
Yeah,
mom.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
basically told them the entire story and led them to Rachel's gravesite.
Oh, so he was there?
I think he knew what happened.
Jesus.
It did. I don't think he was one of the people that was there.
Okay. Wow. So they must have all talked. So nope, they didn't keep it a secret amongst themselves.
No, because they probably thought they were fucking hardcore and like gangsters. He leads them to the gravesite in Reeder Road, in Reeder Pit, in Durham, basically testifies that John Anderson, her ex-boyfriend, was basically the entire mastermind. Mastermind's not the right word, because there's no...
Ringleader?
Ringleader. Ringleader is a better word. He was the one that orchestrated the entire thing, was kind of the person that started the entire assault. Mm-hmm. And then Durham gives the names of everybody else involved as well.
Wow, okay.
And so once he gives the names, they grab all the other kids, round them up, and they all fold on each other like a fucking stack of dominoes.
Okay.
Like, just like that.
And then we have nearly all of the details.
And then that's why I have all these details of what happened. So all 8 members of this group that kind of was orchestrating this assault went through individual trials.
Oh, okay.
Rachel's family was at all of them.
Wow.
And every time they had to listen to the really intense, grisly details of what happened to her.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly sad. John Anderson and another guy named John Whittaker, he was the one who owned the Jeep. They were both convicted of life sentences.
Wow.
From the trial reporting, it sounded like John seemed completely unremorseful about the entire part of it.
Wow.
It was like, yeah. Laughing, was like winking at the family, was smiling, acting like he was a fucking cool guy.
Okay, we smug your life then, I guess.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, I hope you're a bitch in prison.
I mean, humbled.
So Matthew Durham and Maurice were both originally sentenced to 26 years.
Wow.
In prison. I think Matthew actually was the other person in the car.
Oh, okay.
He was the other person that dug the grave, which is probably why he knew.
Exactly where
he
was. Okay.
So he told his mom.
They're so young. It's a shame.
It's just all of it's just awful.
All his lives ruined over nonsense.
Yeah. Over some like stupid
ego.
One man's ego. One child's ego.
Yeah.
Really. So Matthew and Maurice were both sentenced to 26 years in prison.
Okay.
Their sentence was cut down to 22.5. Okay. Which means they're probably due for release soon.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah. And they're both going to be released before they turn 40.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's a long time to be in prison. But like,
I don't know if it's long enough.
No, I mean...
Especially, like, Maurice is... I don't know. If they get to go on and live normal lives and be okay. You know? But, and like Maurice, there was an interview where he did express some guilt and... whatever. He was just like, like, this was a stupid act. He's like, this shouldn't have never happened. So I guess I'll give him that, but it's like, hindsight could have been preventable.
Yeah, but it doesn't take hindsight of 28 years in prison to realize that it should never happen.
Yeah.
It should have been obviously not happening at the time.
Yeah, I wonder...
When she's begging you
to
not happen.
Yeah, where she's like literally asking you, help me.
Disturbing.
It's very disturbing. And I don't know, 2002, someone had to have a cell phone.
I would think so.
I don't know if there was probably cell reception at Reeder Pit.
Yeah, I don't know.
But call 911 at some point when you're at the house and everyone's partying, go to the bathroom. Like, call 911. That's the thing that's really frustrating about the story is like there were so many moments where someone could have done something.
Yeah.
If they just would have grown a pair.
Yeah.
And been like, you know what, this is not okay. This is not going to happen today.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen to her.
I know. I would love to know what was it that stopped that kept you going with the plan. Like, are you scared of this Sean guy? I don't know. Are you not thinking that you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison? Like, do you think you're going to get away with this? Do you think that you can just pin it on this guy? I don't know. It's like a real ignorance.
Even if you did pin it on him, you're still there. You're still...
I know. It's like maybe just like an ignorance of how criminal justice works.
Maybe.
Or like, I don't know. It's wild.
It's wild. It's so wild. And there's just like so many moments where they just could have... It could have been prevented, you know?
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate because, like even her dad had mentioned at one point, he's like, it is really tragic because there was just multiple lives lost in this scenario because they all were very young.
Yeah.
They were like 17, 18, like everyone else that was part of this group that like kind of facilitated her getting beat up at the beginning got multiple different types of sentencing.
Oh, okay.
Like 16 years, 10 years, 12 years.
They really lit them all up.
Yeah, because they were juveniles, but like also they had participated in this assault of her. And I mean, to give maybe like a lighter note to this, her dad in an interview, he went to the gravesite and he said that he could tell that her hands were in like a prayer pose.
The dump site
Of her. And he said that in the soil, he could tell that like she clearly had been praying and he had like some solace there, he said, which is a very tragic.
Yeah.
He did say that like he's also serving his own life sentence because this is something that will never go away for him.
Yeah.
And like will stick with him forever. He did start pushing legislation to make it so if you were complacent in someone being injured, or like if you weren't actively helping someone, that you would be charged with criminal charges. Yeah, it's unfortunate, really sad story.
Terrible.
Like I feel so bad for her family.
You really gotta be careful who you spend your time with.
Yeah, I mean, and you're a teenager, you're dumb. Like there was so many parties like that. I mean, obviously it wasn't. I didn't know they were gang members or anything, but I definitely remember being like 17, 18, going to like house parties for someone's house I didn't know, and just like drinking and hanging out. And
so you're like, I could have been in a situation like this where I was there.
Yeah, and like I mean, when you're a teenager, you just don't think anything's gonna go poorly.
It's a tragedy.
Really. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, some pretty dark stuff. I mean, next week I definitely will do something a little more lighthearted.
Very, very interesting though to like recap it. Some of those details definitely were not on my radar.
Yeah. And I definitely hope that if anyone's in sort of a domestic abuse situation, that you can get out of it and move on from it. And I know it's really scary, but I hope you find some help somewhere and find some resources because you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I promise next week will be a little bit lighthearted.
Sounds good.
But we will see you next week.
All
right. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening. For podcast updates and episode photos, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Grimly Podcast. Also, be sure to rate and review our episodes. See you next week for another episode.